So this is the jBASE group. Greg Cooper, Patrick Payne, Ian Mears, Pete Schellenbach, and I'm Bruce Decker from Zumasys. What's the number one thing that you think our customers are worried about?
The number one thing the customers are worried about is getting younger staff to come and work for them. That they just worried that all the staff just want to work on SQL Server or things they've done in college, and nobody wants to come and work as a MultiValue because they don't understand the power of MultiValue. They were never taught it. So one thing we've put into jBASE is dynamic objects, or JabbaScript as we've called it, because JavaScript is very much like JavaScript, except it isn't JavaScript. So the name reflects the functionality. It's like JavaScript, but it's not. So if you look at some of the jBASE source code now, it looks like JavaScript, but it's got all the familiar elements that MultiValue programmers are accustomed to. You know, it's got read statements and system calls, and it's got loops and repeats and go subs and go tos and everything like that. Everything a MultiValue application's got, but it's also got object support like JavaScript's got, and it's also got JSON support. And so we've married the language of MultiValue with a modern language like JavaScript, and we've come up with JabbaScript, and that's going to be the best of both worlds, and we hope it's going to allow our customers to attract new developers.
So you can keep all the old legacy stuff running just as it is today. You can develop new stuff using object syntax, which the kids love. But what about the middle? Can you put your chocolate with your peanut butter? Can you have legacy pick stuff mixed with object stuff?
Better than that, you can have it all in the same source code. You can have the new object script and the old MultiValue code all in the same source, all intermixed together if that's what you want. You can even put some C code in there if that's what you really want. And you can also put multiple modules in the same source code. So if you've got 2 or 3 subroutines that are small, instead of having to have a different source for every subroutine, you can put as many subroutines in the same source, and that tidies things up as well. So we've made that sort of thing very much more flexible. You can do what you like now.
So what we're saying is, if I'm a guy running a company and I've got a tech department and I've got a problem where I can't find new people to hire and I need to go to the next generation, I can really give them whatever makes them comfortable. I could say, I've got all this code which has been running for 20 years that I don't want to throw away. I can give you an object syntax if that makes you comfortable. If you want to use a different language, do that, knock yourself out.
Yep.
Really, because we're all native architecture, this whole idea of having to bake new languages into our environment, we don't have to worry about that, which really means you guys are lazy.
I'm really a guy who loves the system, loves to develop applications, loves to integrate with stuff, and I love to give tools to my developers to let them do whatever they need to do, and REST was just the key to that. And by adding that tool set with what these guys did on the front end, getting the calls into the system, then we add tools for the developer within the Pick Basic to work with objects, to be able to manipulate the REST services. I find that I'm able to program and do exactly what I could do in a Python or in a Node. I'm able to do directly in Pick Basic. And it's very exciting. It's a very good marriage to how the platform operates. It's very straightforward to what we've always done. The objects map directly into what Pick stuff is, which is really objects. And it really gives a lot of power to the Pick developer. It gets us into the new world where we can start building new UIs, start doing system-to-system integration, really start collaborating and working with the rest of the world. And really what I like is to show off the real power of the jBASE system, which is, I personally believe it can outperform any similar platform on, let's say, SQL Server or Oracle. It is a very, very fast platform.